NASCAR's leading full-time female driver, Hailie Deegan's departure with AM Racing from her Xfinity Series ride has stirred reactions from many in NASCAR, including fellow driver Toni Breidinger. Breidinger, who races full-time in the ARCA Menards Series, has expressed her displeasure that Deegan lost her full-time Xfinity seat in the middle of the season. But luckily for her and Deegan, it seems she will be back in a seat before you know it. Would you like to see her returning to the Xfinity grid? Following the NASCAR Xfinity race at Chicago Street Course, AM Racing and Hailie Deegan announced the split on social media. Despite negotiating a multi-year contract with the California native, they only competed in 17 Xfinity Series events together. Toni Breidinger spoke with Beating and Banging at the grand opening of Raising Cane's in Daytona Beach, near Daytona International Speedway, about Deegan's lost spot in the Xfinity Series. "Yeah, it's disappointing because I thought there were 3 of us driving a full season in NASCAR, and now there are 2 of us. Hopefully Hailie gets her spot back, but it's kind of disappointing. I hate to see that. I feel so bad for her." After 3 full-time seasons in the Truck Series, Deegan joined AM Racing to participate in the 2024 Xfinity season. However, the 23-year-old failed to satisfy the team's expectations. Thus, AM Racing replaced her with 2-time NASCAR Cup Series winner Joey Logano for the Chicago race. Through half of the season, she was 28th in the point standings, the lowest among current full-time drivers, which might explain Deegan's departure. But she still has a chance to return next year, with a team that knows what it takes to win in Xfinity. Could this have been a blessing in disguise? Hailie Deegan's year started out well but quickly devolved into a disaster. The lone full-time female NASCAR driver transitioned from truck to Xfinity before making her impact first in trucks. Deegan's employers had great expectations for her journey. When she failed to deliver, AM Racing abruptly announced that they were parting ways with the former ARCA winner. The NASCAR community reacted in a variety of ways to Deegan's unfortunate situation. Most individuals believed that her crossover from truck to Xfinity was too quick. Others lost trust in her ability as a racing car driver. However, one Xfinity veteran remains faith in Deegan's abilities. Being the sole woman in a male-dominated sport surely gets you some attention, especially if you are struggling to stay up with your peers' performance. Hailie Deegan upgraded from the Craftsman Truck Series after 3 years without making any significant improvement. She only finished in the top 5 once and top 10 6 times. Even so, AM Racing, a new team, opted to invest in her for Xfinity, most likely because of her 13th-place performance in a 2022 Las Vegas event. This year, however, she barely made it to the front row, finishing 28th in points with no top 5 or top 10 finishes. After Joey Logano wielded her number 15 Ford to an 8th-place finish, she lost her job at AM Racing. However, rumors of Deegan returning to an Xfinity ride for 2025 are surfacing. People have been hounding her, and Kenny Wallace, the retired Xfinity star, is upset. He chided Deegan's doubters on his YouTube channel. "What is the deal with all of you? Are you jealous of her? Are you mad that they keep giving her rides?" This new lined-up ride might surprise you, as it will be the Haas Factory Team, which will be what's left over from Stewart-Haas Racing. Stewart-Haas Racing will dissolve at the end of the season, and the Haas Factory Team will take its place. The team, led by Gene Haas and Joe Custer, is looking to add a new Xfinity member, and Hailie Deegan may be the one. Wallace encouraged this initiative, trusting in Deegan's chances. "I think Hailie Deegan's going to be in second. They're going to field 2 Xfinity cars. I think she's going to get a chance because it's like everybody. Let's see what they can do in a good car." Kenny Wallace also offered a unique reason for Deegan's fall in performance. While Dale Jr. blamed the system, he blamed the team. As far as her not running good in truck, maybe she was in 2 vehicles that were not up to par. Wallace then posted portions from a heartfelt chat between himself and Hailie Deegan, who commended the veteran's supporting demeanor. "Hailie Deegan and myself, we texted back and forth. She said, 'Thank you for always putting up for me.' I said, 'Hailie, here's why. My mom ran powder puffs and my niece raced.' And I sent her pictures. She said, 'Well, I'll be darned. Now I know why you put up for us girls.' I said, 'That's right.' But as Haas Factory Team, HFT, is making measures to secure its future in both the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series. With Cole Custer ascending to the Cup Series following his historic victory in the 2023 NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship, the Haas-led Stewart-Haas Racing lineup is set for a reshuffle, which could open up new opportunities for emerging talents like Hailie Deegan, who recently lost her seat with AM Racing. Stewart-Haas Racing plans to continue their 2-car Xfinity Series campaign in 2025, Custer's departure to the Cup Series provides a vacuum that offers up fresh opportunities, especially as Riley Herbst, another regular on the squad, is also considering a transfer. Joe Custer, the team president, is straightforward about the team's objective. He explained, as reported by Motorsport, "We have to win at that level Xfinity, so we are willing to look at all options as far as drivers go. Maybe somebody that's already in the sport, maybe somebody that's a Cup driver that comes down. Because we've got to put cars in the winner's circle, we've got to sort out our equipment because our business model is reliant on having technical partners to keep the program healthy. If we don't win, and if we are not a leader at the track, then our other teammates, you know, the Siegs, the etc., they find it hard to believe that we can deliver the kind of data and leadership that's necessary for them. So it's a different model." This plan also involves bringing drivers from technical partner teams into Haas, providing a smooth transition between connected teams, but with an open mind about selecting the best talent for their cars. Integrating this infusion of talent is critical because Haas wants to field 8 successful car Xfinity teams showing up at every race next year. Custer continued, "Candidly, part of our game plan is for drivers to come into those teams as well as ours. Whether they go from theirs to ours, maybe, maybe not. All options are open, but we envision 8 successful car Xfinity teams showing up to every race next year and the year after with a high level of competency and the ability to win." Among these changes, Hailie Deegan's future at Haas has been a topic of discussion. Deegan recently parted company with AM Racing in the Xfinity Series following a streak of mediocre outings, and some in the business believe his potential remains untapped. Her previous ties with Haas through technological alliances have not gone unnoticed, and Custer discussed the possibility of bringing her on board in the future. He said, "Obviously, she was with one of our technical partners, so that's a challenge, right? To see what the future is with her. We believe there's more in her, and we want to be part of that, but that's for future conversations." While her highest result in the Truck and Xfinity Series seems disappointing to some, Deegan's career might take a big turn if Haas decides to spend more in her development. Joe Custer's admission of ongoing negotiations regarding Deegan's racing future suggests her NASCAR career may see a rebirth under the Haas banner. Could it become a reality? Will Haas really pick up Hailie Deegan for an Xfinity ride, even when they are constantly saying they want to fight for wins every week? If that's the case, is choosing Hailie Deegan the right decision? Surely she is talented, but this would be a project for the Haas Factory Team instead of putting a seasoned driver into the seat to fight for wins. What's your thoughts on the rumors news? Could they really be looking at Hailie Deegan for their Xfinity ride? And if this happens, what are your expectations for Deegan? Will she turn heads once she gets the right guidance and team around her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.